Christmas dress. I said, this is what Willow wanted to wear to school, to preschool today.
All right, we will go ahead and call the meeting to order.
It looks pretty.
Roll call. John Taylor.
Here.
Lisa Jones.
Here?
Eric Lugers.
Here.
I am here. Dana is here. Ellen is here. We do have a quorum. Sean, thank you for pinch hitting last time.
Not a problem, even though I was late.
You were?
Yeah, I couldn't get off a phone call with a customer, so I was like 2 minutes late. I was just frantically texting Dana. I'm on the way.
It's pretty funny.
Thank you anyway. Next, the approval of the minutes from the August 12th meeting. Do we have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve minutes from the 8/12 meeting.
Seconded.
We have a first and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So those are approved. We don't have any old business, so we'll go ahead to new business, EDC case 25-05, Innovative 3D abatement request.
Yes. So Todd Gentry is here with us today from Innovative 3D. As you know, Innovative is one of our homegrown companies right here in Franklin, and we've been very excited to work with them over the past few years and see their growth. This is a continuation of that growth. They are here today requesting a 7-year standard abatement on excuse me, $10 million in real property, or excuse me, in personal property. Man, now I'm getting all flustered up. In personal property, this is a continuation, as I said, of the project that we talked to them about last year with the new building that Todd will be talking about. They are amenable to the 5% EDC fee, and this is already in an ERA. So we do not have to take that step. That step has been completed. So at this time, I want to turn it over to Todd. Let me get your presentation pulled up for you. There we go. And just tell me whenever you want me to advance.
All right, perfect. All right, Todd from Innovative 3D. I'm local to the Franklin area, born and raised just south of here, down in the Edinburgh, Flat Rock area. Been a part of Johnson County manufacturing since I started in my career. First, initially started with a company here, a homegrown company as well, Heartland Machine and Engineering, just up the road. That company grew tremendously. Kind of got to the point where, like I was talking to Dana before this started, travel got outside of what family would allow. I mean, it's just 4 kids, you've got to be home and you got to be part of their family. I took a step back away from the travel and the outside sales of that organization. Chris was like, hey, I need a guy to come in, give me the opportunity to travel a little bit more and grow our sales and boost the growth of the company. And I need you to ensure that we're steering the ship in the right direction. So since I've started, we went from doing roughly 30,000 pieces a year to already this year we're eclipsed 100,000 pieces shipped. I mean, we are a tremendous, talking 35% growth. Innovative is definitely state-of-the-art manufacturing. There's less than a dozen companies in the U.S. that are doing what we're doing at the magnitude of what we're doing it. We're producing far more components than we ever believed we would be at this point, in my opinion. So you can select the next slide if you'd like. I didn't realize all right. So what we do at Innovative Manufacturing, we're taking very fine granules of powdered metal and building them layer by layer, piece by piece. People out there, you've seen 3D printers advertised with the plastic filament type printers. We're doing that on a different scale of very fine powder and very great tensile strengths in like titaniums and Inconels, Hastelloys, Haynes, stuff for the aerospace industry, Department of Defense, agriculture. I mean, really anybody that designs something, we are open to help them build it. So with that, I mean, you get to 1 to 5 type lot runs to now we're getting customers that are ordering thousands and 10,000s at a time. So it is now we went from a production type platform to now, prototype platform to now we're production more oriented. 85-90% of our jobs are now production type. So yeah, the markets we're serving: aerospace, defense, medical device, heavy duty diesel, and automotive. Our companies are manufacturing certifications of ISO 9001, 2015, AS 9100D, the ISO 13485 for medical, FDA registered, ITAR registered for DoD type work, NIST compliant, FFL and SOT manufacturer's license. So that is a decent portion of our business is weapons and defense. As far as manufacturing service provided, we are basically a one-stop shop. I mean, customers can come to us with a design on a napkin. We have the design engineers there to develop that into the program to produce the part. And then once the part's produced, we can then do the subtractive side, remove material and get them a finished component. You can go to the next slide, please. So like we said, we've made 18,000 plus part geometries in our 8.5 years of business. We're printing over 20 different materials, which is a lot different than most facilities. They focus on one or two, where if you call up and you're like, hey, I want to try something in, we'll say a copper or a titanium, that customer would then have to clean their machine completely out, reintroduce a new powder. So their turnaround would be 2 or 3 weeks, where ours is, we keep 10 or 12 of those powders in machines at all times. So our turnover, as far as turnaround rate on a project, is usually 1 to 2 weeks in a lot of scenarios. So a lot of customers are coming to us for that simple fact of quick turnarounds, and then we're nailing, hitting the nail on the head, and continuously great quality and timing of the projects. Yeah, so we are one of, like I said, we are one of the largest and most respected metal AM companies in the U.S. and globally recognized. Renishaw Manufacturing, they are the primary machine that we're running on the 3D side. They are a world-renowned company when it comes to metrology and the AM side of the business. We are the U.S.'s largest user of Renishaw equipment as far as that. I mean, and that's a big statement to say. Renishaw, they are one of the #1 companies in the world when it comes to the metrology and the AM side of the business. Yeah, we have built and had parts certified with our metal AM processes for companies like Boehm, Siemens Energy, Rolls-Royce here just locally, and many more. We're doing work with Cummins, Cat, John Deere. I mean, it's all the big guys are coming to us for basically, I mean, just cost reduction is the main thing. It's a lot of these are potentially casting type parts, and it takes a lot of money and investment to create that tooling, and where we can produce them a near net finished part in a matter of a day or two, to where if they were trying to get that cast, it's a month process, if not more. You can slide to the next one. Companies that we made parts for, a massive list, and the list is longer than that. These are all well-known in the manufacturing world as top-tier companies to work with, people that you go to bed every night praying that that's who you're going to get business with. And these guys are knocking on our door daily. And it's a big thing, and for our regional area, manufacturing is huge. It's, I cut my teeth in it. It's what my family put me through school with. It's a big thing to me personally, manufacturing and getting our younger generation started in the direction of working with your hands. I'm going to be real with you. Going to school, I didn't graduate that long ago, 2008. It was, you had to go to college to earn a great living. We're changing that. The kids that are working at our school, at our shop right now, coming straight out of high school, they're getting good paying jobs, and they're learning a career. And we keep that in the sense of we bring basically kids from Central 9 local high schools. We have vocational programs for them to come in and work with us. And so far, several of those guys that have came in on a summer internship have now became permanent seats in our business. So we give back to the community in that way as well. You can slide on to the next, please. Types of parts we make, turbine engine components. That would be stuff for like Rolls-Royce, stators and vanes, rocket components, missile components, satellite components, optimized and lattice brackets, heat sinks, heat exchangers, you name it. If it can be built and fit within our platform, we will find a way to make it. And it's trial and error some days, but most of the time, we're getting the job done right. You can slide on to the next, please. So this is the current state of the building. It's growing and growing tremendously. I mean, since I've been there, we've put 5 or 6 more machines in the building, to the point where it's like almost a weekly joke, where are we moving our desks? I mean, it's just the growth is that much. I mean, it's like I've probably moved my desk, no joke, 6 times since I've been there. But now we just put everything on wheels so we can just slide it around and have hookups. It's we're all looking forward to the larger building. I mean, we're sitting in about 9,500 square feet right now. 30,000, we're like, oh man, this is gonna be great, but we've already got plans that it will be full. And I mean, Chris has intentions of having, you know, another 40,000 square foot sitting right beside that new building. And everything I've seen that guy say he's gonna do, he does it. I mean, and it's cut, dry and simple. It's, the guy is, he is a go-getter, unlike many I've ever met. You can slide to the next. There's just kind of some of the components that we are making, just very intricate designs, a lot of it, but a lot of these are functional, I mean, pretty much functional straight out of the machine. Very small, very little post-processing needed. So, I mean, we take the parts out of the machine, clean them up, we remove them with a bandsaw or a wire EDM, and they're ready to go to the customer. So we're talking 24 to 48 hour turnaround time on predominantly most all prototype projects. You slide on to the next, please. Same thing, just a little bit more of what we're doing. I mean, it's for anything to trinkets to, like we said, I mean, aerospace and Department of Defense. I mean, that's what we're making. You can slide on to the next. It's a lot of what we're doing is, it's state of the art, and what really differentiates what we're doing between like the subtractive side of traditionally all manufacturing is these guys get a giant hunk of billet or whatever type of material they're using, and it's just, let me just remove all this material to get this one little piece. So there's a lot of waste. I mean, and it's just where what we can do is we can take and create that small piece with minimal waste, with minimal material, and so it's cost savings at the end of the day for the customer. So they're coming to us for a little bit of everything. Things that you would never think that would be, you know, 3D printed are now being 3D printed. And it's just the turnaround time for that. You slide to the next, please. Here's more, there's a Cummins and Caterpillar parts that are sitting up here. Right now we're doing some really large projects for Cummins as the year is winding down. And it's, I mean, they're a larger part of our business than we expected them to be, just for the fact that they have their own internal 3D printing capabilities, but they are coming to us because, you know, we do it every single day. Their team has the opportunity to do it, but it's, we're given a lot more chances to grow for them than we would have ever expected. It's, I mean, Cummins has kind of came to us, and they're giving us, as the experts, they're kind of taking a step back out of the 3D printing world a little bit to say, hey, 3D is knocking it out of the park every single time we ask them. We can sit here and fumble around and mess up, or we can just have 3D run it for us. And it's just, it's changed a lot of the ways Cummins is thinking here locally and regionally. I mean, we're doing a lot of work for them out of their Wisconsin facilities and not just here out of Columbus. So we're bringing more work from out of state to our neck of the woods. You can slide to the next. So here's currently, if you went out around legendary Legacy Trucking, out around Graham Road, heading towards Lowe's, you'll see our building has came a long way in the last few months. We were expecting it to be further, but we had a pretty wet spring, so it kind of prolonged that initial start. We were looking at roughly late January, early February to actually be in the building. The walls are up. They're starting to frame some of the offices now. These were pictures early last week, and it's changed tremendously since then. It's going to be a big thing for the additive manufacturing here in the U.S. I mean, we will be one of the nicest facilities in the United States for what we're doing. You slide to the next, please. Yeah, so we'll be moving into the 991 Linville Way in early 2026. State-of-the-art facility will help continue lead the way in metal additive industry. As our AM production business matures, we will be adding additional capital equipment and employees. What we're asking for is an abatement for 7 years for the 2026, estimated at about $10 million to support our production growth. What we're wanting to give back to Franklin, additional advanced manufacturing jobs that pay well, $25 on average, plus bonuses and overtime opportunities. Approximately 10 new jobs will be created over the next 5 years, with 3 to 5 being in 2026. I'll add to that, we'll say this year, I started with Innovative in June of 2024. Since we've walked in, we've added 10 employees. So it's that number I think is slightly low. With where we're going. What I see, what I'm currently forecasting, I've got 2 or 3 positions open at this current moment that we're actively trying to fill. It's a great work environment with some of the newest manufacturing technologies available, community involvement, donations and time, dollars, and multiple organizations, willingness to open the doors, take tours, time to explain what we do and our vision of advanced manufacturing that is changing the scope of today's manufacturing. High school and vocational schools, internships, summer job opportunities. I3T currently has 1 intern, and we'll have 2 to 3 during the off-school months. We have kept this model since day one. Like I said, majority of the guys that started in that internship are actively full-time employees now. Some of them, it was a 2 or 3 year period as they were floating back and forth between college. Throughout the fall and spring, they're back in the summer working. Once they graduated college, now they are full-time employees. Currently, we have 3 of our employees working to relocate to the Johnson County area, living in Shelby, Morgan, and Marion counties. Past performance, I3D has hit all past performance abatement numbers for equipment. So you can slide to the next, please. So again, Todd Gentry, Innovative 3D, Chris Beck's the owner. We're open door policy. If you guys come knock, we're going to let you in, show you what we're doing. And it's daily. We're having tours. We have people from like Rolls-Holman, Central 9, different colleges around the Midwest that are visiting, U of L, University of Dayton. A lot of the colleges have a fairly large additive manufacturing program. It is the future of aerospace, so it is very important in a lot of the colleges here in the Midwest. So, yeah, I appreciate you giving me a moment of your time, and look forward to hearing about it.
Thank you, Todd. Do we have any questions for Todd?
Are you guys keeping the other building running, or are you going to just move everything over?
That building will actually, to where what I'm being told is ICT here locally. They're going to buy that.
Okay.
And it'll become a second machine shop.
For them, okay.
Yeah, they're growing tremendously as
Yeah.
well, as you know.
I love how passionate you are about your job and your company that you work for.
Yeah.
You can hear it.
Yeah, it's a blessing to work at a place like that. It's not just a job. It is something we're all super passionate about, and we understand it as a career, and we're 7 days a week. We're like 19, 20 guys in that building, so everybody gives a lot, but Chris is a very gracious employer. Like I said, it's quarterly bonuses, end of the year bonuses. If we have work to do, we're paying people to be in the shop. So it's
Right.
like, there's no, you hit 40 hours and you're staying home. If you want to work 80 hours, I'm going to give you 80 hours if you want to work it. If you want to put money in your pocket, it's going to put money in our pocket. Go to work. So it's a little bit different thought
Says a lot.
process than most places.
Any other questions? So I did notice they are good with the EDC fee.
Yes.
Any discussion on the length of a potential abatement?
No, personally, I think the 7 is great. I looked at, we showed the numbers on the 5, but it's a difference of not very much. And with it being a homegrown company, 7 is perfectly in line.
It's also, I know the past abatements for personal, I think, were 5 years, but they were like 1 million, 2
Yeah.
million, and now they're coming back with 10 million,
Yeah.
which is significant.
And it's significant because of our production numbers. Like I said, we're seeing the orders in the thousands, the 10,000s in a shot, and it's Like, when I first started it, we were tickled pink when we seen a 250-piece order. We're like, oh, man, this is awesome. And now it's like, holy, we got guys beating on our doors to give us 1,000, 2,000-plus orders. And it's awesome. And we're gearing up to the point to where it's like, we can take that and turn that around in 2 and 3 weeks. And it's like, previously, that was 2 or 3 months to get those numbers out the door.
Any other questions or discussion? Okay, the property is already in an ERA, so we don't need to make that designation. We do need to have a motion on the findings of paragraph 6, A through E have been met for personal property. Do we have a motion on that?
Motion for paragraph 6, A through E have been met.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So we do make that finding. Also, now we just need a motion on the length with the EDC fee. I mean, I think Sean kind of said it best, that 7's a good length. I'm agreeable to that. I know the mayor's office is as well. So, do we have a motion on the length and the EDC fee?
Motion for a 7-year tax abatement with the EDC fees.
Seconded.
We have a first and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? So it does pass unanimously. Thank you again for coming in. It's a
Awesome.
great,
Appreciate
great
all your
story.
time and on the short notice and getting us through.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful
Thanks,
day.
Todd.
Thank you. All right. Do we have any other business to discuss?
I do just want to let you know, December's meeting is going to be really important. It's kind of odd to say that for an end-of-the-year meeting. We don't always do that, but we will be having 2 different things on that agenda. Really need you guys here for. The first one will be for our recipients from our EDC fees. This year, they will be coming in December to give their updates and reports and let you know how that was going. And then the mayor has been working with Adam Stone from Stone Municipal Group, and we've been working to get some software that will kind of consolidate, help to bring this all together, bring it up into the modern era so I don't have 15 tabs open on my computer every time I do something. But he is also going to come and talk about some of the changes that have come about with SEA 1, the changes to the property taxes, the changes. I know Jeff Peters has come and talked to the council about that and has kind of started to prepare everybody for the way things are going to be, basically the way our city checkbook is going to run, what we're going to be getting from property taxes, what lit, all of those kinds of things are going to be about. So the mayor wanted to start working with you guys to help educate you on what kind of we're looking at and where things are going to be going in terms of business personal property tax abatements and things like that. So Adam will be coming and kind of giving us a presentation. Mayor, I don't know if you have anything else that you want to add about that, or?
No, the only thing I think I'd want to add, and you probably hit on it anyway, it's a program that kind of rates, be consistent in rating companies that come and want to have a tax abatement. Where do they line up? What kind of points do they get? And then he'll explain it all, but it's a good program to modernize where we're at. I know there's sometimes that there's questions of, well, why would they get a 5 and why would they get a 3? Well, this is going to bring that all together, and I think we can have a more consistent basis on how to rectify all that. So I think you will enjoy the program. And then it's really going to be helpful to Dana and Krista and I, and as well as yourself. And then to fund it, we would probably go on to the RDC if you guys think it is a good tool to use. If you don't think it's a tool that we need to use, then obviously we wouldn't go to the RDC. So very interested to listen to. Thank you.
Yeah, he can bring in a little bit more detail in terms of the taxes and expectation than I can. I've used several outside programs, and this will all be consolidated into one. So I think it'll be a little bit more consistent that way as well.
Okay, great. So that'll be the December meeting.
Yes,
No vacations for anybody, be at that meeting.
that's right.
All right, do we have any other business? Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a first and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed?